What's up, everybody in the Entrepreneur for Life group? How you guys doing? This your man Gideon. You're watching Entrepreneur for Life. I'm with my man, CEO of In My City, Freddy B. And I invited him. He was busy doing his daily grind. I gave him a call, man, and I appreciate him stopping what he was doing to just fit me in, man, because he was this guy who's been on my mind a lot about collaborating, and it only made sense that I sit down and talk with him, with you guys who are entrepreneurs who want to learn more about what it takes to be an entrepreneur. So again, thank you guys for joining the group. Please share this video. Please like this video. It's going to be short, quick, and sweet, and to the point. And it's going to give you an insight on what it's like to be a real entrepreneur. We're outside. It's a little rainy. You might hear some birds chirping, sirens going by, but we're going to keep it real because that's just what we're doing.
Birds are tripping in my city.
So, Freddy B, I'm rocking one of your shirts. This is the Humble Hustle shirt from Freddy B's In My City brand. He's rocking my shirt, the Guns Down Milltown, so we supporting each other. Freddy B, man, say hello to the people.
What's good, Milwaukee? What's good? First of all praise to God and Guns Down Milltown. You see it right here? Guns Down Milltown. Say it again. Guns Down Milltown. In My City 365. Milwaukee, what is going on with all this violence, man? Let's stop the violence. Let's come together as a team. Do you know what team stands for, dude?
Man, ain't no I in it. it's a unified effort.
T-E-A-M. You know what it stands for? Together everyone achieves more.
Oh, that's beautiful. I never heard that.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
And, you know, how it all started was like almost a decade ago with, you know, the In My City, you know, as you know, I'm originally from the islands. I came in when I was a teenager. And, you know, when all these technologies started coming up, I remember MySpace. Remember MySpace? And people always complain on digital platforms, like, complain about the city. And I'm like, why? Listen, you know, we go through hard times in any city, really. So I thought about putting some together that it could relate to everyone, anywhere. You know, for example, Guns Down Milltown. In My City 365.
Word up.
Why can't we put our guns down, Milltown? Let's put our guns down, Milltown.
Yeah,
and let's do
money.
it. And let's do it 365 days a year.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know.
So you have a brand. You also have a music company, and they kind of go hand in hand, because not only do you promote the brand through your music, but you promote your music through the brand.
Absolutely.
So tell me, like, when you started first thinking about this and how you were gonna package it and put it together for the people, you know, what was your thought process? How did you decide you were gonna be an entrepreneur and focus on this rather than work for somebody else?
Well, as you know, like you said, I've been doing music, going now about 15 years now, and you know, I done tour different cities, and I love bringing music. Music is love and therapy to your soul. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
And
I agree.
I love entertaining crowd, and my music is for all ages. I do hip hop, reggae, and reggaeton. Hip hop, reggae, and reggaeton. I know somebody say, "Oh, reggae, reggaeton." Well, as you know, reggae originated in Jamaica. You know, in the early '60s. You know, in the '80s, it landed in Puerto Rico, which is really 700 miles from Jamaica. Okay. It's like going from here to Green Bay and back twice.
Okay.
So we put the thong in reggae in the 80s. 90s, we kind of blew up. You know, so that's what I grew up. I grew up listening to Michael Jackson, Bob Marley, Prince, you name it. And, you know, I'm blessed to know both languages. So I use that towards my advantage. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to bring music for the world. You know, I wish I knew more languages. So with that being said, I took me going to all the cities and doing music and all that, and I thought about, well, you know what, no matter what city you at, you know, it's 365 days a year. The hustle don't stop. We just stay humble, you heard? The hustle don't stop. We just stay humble in any city, in my city, 365 days a year.
Who taught you how to be an entrepreneur? Like, did you have any mentors or anybody that owned their own business? Can you tell me about that and what steps you took to learn from them?
Growing up, my father figure was my brother. He's not with us, rest in peace. And he will always buy stuff supporting all the local businesses. You know, he will buy things. He will never order things from out of state or in another country. he will buy something
That's dope.
and resell it at a low market. You know what I mean? But people still could afford it. Well, you're bringing them service because you just at home, you don't have to shop.
People doing that,
And he always did that, and I get very emotional when I talk about my brother because he truly inspired me to buy and sell. And so what I do, every clothing, every fabric that I get it right here in Wisconsin.
Oh, that's dope. I didn't know that either. That's dope.
You didn't know?
I didn't know that.
And
that's dope.
I don't order stuff from overseas. So if a store has it and they order it, that's fine. But I'm going to support your local business.
The local business.
I'm going to buy.
The money circulating within the city.
Yes,
that's
sir.
Dope. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I buy everything. I might take a piece of fabric, redesign it, cut it all up, but it's right here that I'm buying all the fabric. Whether it's jeans, whether it's shorts, hats, I'm buying it locally. Even though people say, "Oh, well, you could get it overseas cheaper." Listen, that's not
the mission of In My City.
It is not.
It's supporting In My City.
It's supporting local businesses. So, I want the young entrepreneur. If I could do it, then you could do it.
Word.
So when they tell me, Fred, you inspire me. How do you do it? I'll tell them the same thing. That's why I'm raspy, because I've been, speaking and I've been inspiring a lot of cats. I've been telling them, look, you can do it, and it's for women, men, kids. Anyone could do it. You just got to commit to it.
Word up. It's definitely doable. Yo, Freddie, I want to move on a little and talk about the power of networking. You are in a lot of places where I am. I see you out and about. I see you with your brand. I see you in different places, not just hip-hop venues, but maybe sports venues, fitness venues, community venues. You're in a lot of different places. Some people don't really have that confidence or strength to get out there and network. What advice could you give to somebody out there who's an entrepreneur, who has a good product, a good brand, but does not know the first thing about networking?
My first advice would be connect with people one-on-one. And I don't want to hear the word shy, because we all were shy at one time.
Yeah.
But listen, there's only one race. That's a human. We are humans. For example, when me and you connected, what was our first? What's up, Gid? How you been?
Most definitely.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
At the end of our conversation,
right, we could have just walked away from each other.
And I've known him for years. But at the end of our conversation, we changed numbers. And whenever he changed, you've had the same number for years.
For years.
Me too. I had mine since 99.
No doubt.
But even I have people sometimes change their numbers, and they're like, "Oh, Freddie, by the way, this is my new number. I changed it." Listen, I have over 1,000 real contacts on my phone. Real contacts. That's more than friends that I have on Facebook. But all it takes is 30 seconds. I mean, send them a message. Like everyone, ain't nobody better than no one. We are all special within ourselves. So connecting, go to functionings. Platforms, all these platforms, they do work, but you cannot rely on them 100%.
Well, let me ask you this, because I feel you, and I think it's that easy. But for somebody out there, they may not feel like it's that easy. Was there ever a point where you had to get over rejection? Like you bringing somebody your product, and they say, "No, I'm not interested." Was there ever a point where there was like a hill you had to get over as far as rejection and keep going? How did you do it, and what was it like?
You got to think of it like this. What's the worst they're going to say? What's the worst?
No.
No? Is there anything else besides? No. I mean.
Right. This is bottom line.
I had to go through a lot of no's. A lot of no's. I'm like, okay, no? Okay, hey, have a nice day. God bless. That's it. A lot of no's to get to those yes. So don't give up. Listen, if you got to reach out to me so I can inspire you, like this morning I woke up, it wasn't sunny, but I still say, I woke up in the morning to the sun shining, you know what I mean? It's like, to me, every day is a shining day. Every day it's a birthday to me. When I open up my eyes, it's like reborn. It's a fresh day, and everything in life has a solution, Gid. You know what I mean? People sometimes, all they do is complain on social media. It's like, hey, there's a solution to everything except death, because you can't come back from that.
What was it like when you started realizing that people actually believe in your brand as much as you, and started, actually spending their money to wear your brand?
Man,
What was that like?
it was very, very overwhelming because I come from a generation where we don't have all this technology. So everything was really hustle, physically. Hustle,
Word.
hustle, hustle. And that's why I probably still don't have a website. You know, and people say, well, how do you sell so much? Because, again, I connect with people
Word.
one-on-one. I have contacts on my phone that I reach out to people because I ain't special. Ain't nobody special better than ain't nobody better than nobody. We all special. You know what I'm saying? We all equal. We all humans. So was it hard? Absolutely. Because I didn't have technology. So I tell all these young entrepreneurs that, hey, if I did it and I didn't have the access to technology and all that, it's easier for you guys. Use it towards your advantage.
Where did you get your marketing sense? Because, like I said it before, I said it again. When I look at your brand, I think of a big corporation that's looking at all angles.
Thank you.
That's not just looking at the rapper who wears the T-shirt, but the golfer who wears the visor, or the guy who dresses up and wants to wear the nice belt to match. You know what I'm saying?
You show him the belt?
Show him the belt. Oh yeah, okay.
Show him the
So
belt.
Freddie B's got belts, and he hooked me up. He brought me a belt to the show.
Belt
in my
buckle
city
and the
belt.
belt.
That's a brand for you.
And it's made out of gold, silver, copper, and mostly zinc. But let me tell you something real quick about the belt, though.
All right.
Very inexpensive. Versus those $1,000 you guys spend at the mall for this Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and this is better than that. At a low cost, and it's not my brand; it's your brand. It's everybody's brand. That's your brand, fam.
Nobody ever gave me a belt with a brand on it. This is dope.
What is it made out of? Lizard.
You said it's lizard?
Lizard, yep.
Lizard.
It's all stamped in there and everything, at a low cost. And it's real leather.
Man, this is dope.
Real leather, man. So, I
This
just
is dope.
see
Wait
a
till
lot
we
of people
put these
spend so
on your
much money.
website. This is gonna be crazy.
I'm so excited about that.
Hey, but you mentioned something about connecting, and your grassroots approach, I think, is like real, because when I'm networking, I'm always thinking about how fast I can reach my network. If I have something going on, how can I inform them? How can I let them know so they can support me? Because one thing I tell entrepreneurs is you only are good as your network. You could be the most talented person in the world, but if you got a show coming up and you can't tell your network or people that will support you, hey, I got a show coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're just another voice out here. So, you said you keep it in your phone and you use your phone for like your daily business and whatnot. Are there any other ways that you try to connect with people that support what you do?
Well, for example, so you made a good point with networking, and it's about using networking towards your advantage. People use it for so much bad, where you could profit from it. This is a good example right here. This man uses it for positive. He supports locally. He does a lot of great stuff networking with technology. Use it. So I have my contacts, and I always connect on a one-on-one basis with people. I'm using Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram right now.
Oh.
I wish I could use all of them, but it's just too much.
Yeah.
And
focusing on those three.
Exactly. So rather than
that's smart.
Yeah, rather than
because people do
I
get
have
overwhelmed,
Twitter.
and they ask me on here.
Yeah.
They say, should I get everything or what? And you saying pick three that work for you.
Because I have Twitter too, but I'm like, man, it was just too much
juggling. Right.
And I was like, okay, so I'm gonna focus on those three. I could do it right out of my phone. I could send people pictures. I could post, and I could put my email in there. My messenger is always available where people could just reach out, send me, hey, I like that shirt. And I'll tell them, sure, what shirt? You saw a shirt. You have a phone. Take a picture, send it to that shirt, what size? And I'll deliver the stuff overnight.
Where did you learn marketing? I mean, did you go to school for it? Are you self-taught? What got you interested in marketing? Because you are a marketer.
Yeah. Thank you.
By I don't know if it's by nature, you came out the womb, marketing, but this brother is a salesman, but not just a salesman, he's a marketer, meaning if you don't buy the product, you're still going to leave his presence with a visual of his brand. You know what I mean? Whereas people who come to your shows, they may not purchase it that day, but you have such brand awareness, whether it's you and your people rocking it or a vending booth with it, that they leave with it in brain. And that's why I say corporation, because Coca-Cola does that, McDonald's does that. They make sure you
I wish I was doing
brand.
what like them,
Right.
but
in due time. But where do you get that marketing sense? Where does it come from?
It's a great point you make, Gid. You know, and there's so many corporations, and you know, marketing to me, it's always been about how much of an impact you have in another person, even though you might not sell them anything, but that's part of getting rid of those no's. You're gonna leave a little piece of your image, your product.
Your
with that,
world.
I guarantee you, when that person goes home, he gonna think about you. So just let it just simmer, you know, and then listen. Once in a while, give him, hey, how you doing, Mr., Mrs., you know, and communication is the key, Gid.
Most definitely.
You know, people don't understand that, and communication is the key to everything. I mean, to relationships, family, marketing. Simple. Communicate. If someone doesn't understand something, you know, don't mind asking. You know, I love, like, just giving you more information. It brings joy to me when someone asks me something and I explain. And hey, if I have to tell you again and again and again, you know, you're gonna get it. You know, because it's not that hard. You know, and like my roots, you know, like I said, I was raised doing a lot of physical stuff, so it's like I'm still getting used to this technology. You know what I mean? But it's a wonderful thing, man. Technology
I think
is awesome.
personally, you're gonna have an edge because you've been so one-on-one with all of your clientele, so that when you take it to that next level, they're gonna feel a personal attachment to you, and that's important. Like, I support brands because I know the main mission and value behind that brand. You know what I mean? When I really support a brand, it's about, you know, who's behind that brand. Like, for instance, Papa John's, right? He ruined his reputation. He said some stuff he shouldn't have said. I can't tell you the last time I ordered Papa John's because I don't like the way they treat people or talk to people. Starbucks, same deal with Starbucks. You know, sometimes I'll think about Starbucks, but then I'll think about what happened recently and how they dealt with it. You know what I mean? In terms of, like, as a customer, do I felt like it was sincere or not? But I think you've given it a one-on-one approach, and it takes a lot of work. It takes some early mornings, it takes some late nights, it takes a lot of thought, but it takes probably more action. Probably, you know, a high percentage of thought and planning, but an even higher percent of action. Getting out there and making shit happen.
But when you love what you do, Gid, like, you love what you do.
I
love what I do.
No doubt.
It's like time is the essence.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Like, time has no forgiveness. You can't tell time, okay, stop, let me come back at you. No. Like, when you love what you do, time goes by so fast. And it's like, the next day is like a brand new day.
No doubt.
You know, it's like you got to find it within yourself. And there are so many different ways that you can market, so many different ways you could sell something positive, sell anything. Hey, we all been through our trials. We all been through ups and downs. And, you know, why not support where you at? No matter where you at, no matter what city. You know, there's always a way out. There's always solutions for everything, you know. And all you got to do is, again, and I say this a lot, is communication. Communication is so important.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, you
I
can't.
think with any good business,
There's no assuming. You know what I mean? I can't assume. Oh well, I'm gonna assume Gid gonna do this. No, a simple, hey, Gid, phone call, text.
Most definitely.
How hard is that, Gid?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. You've always been a really good communicator, man. When I text Freddy B, he usually hit me right back 10 minutes at most. And if I know if I really need to reach him and call him, he answers every time. So, most definitely. And I try to do that myself. Like, that's one challenge I have. I'm a good communicator in person, but I try to be a good digital communicator as well, because whether it's an email or text, you know, on the other line could be something really great. You know, for instance, when we were just talking about how we're going to collab our brands and how well Guns Down Milltown and In My City fit as a pair, you know, it's a no-brainer, and good communication got us to that point. I think a good relationship, a good reputation on his part, me knowing that Freddy B is a man of his word. These are things that you want to consider as an entrepreneur and how to grow your business when you're networking with people. Because one of the pitfalls, I think, when people are networking is they make a lot of promises they can't keep. They say things that they can't deliver on. And in my business, I'm counting on every word. So if you're really, really serious and we're discussing some things, I'm counting on every single word. And, you know, I always tell people in business, don't say it unless you plan on delivering on it. You know what I mean? And when you're in a meeting, sometimes not saying anything is saying more, because everything you say, now I'm expecting you to deliver on it. If you're ready to deliver on it, let's go, let's move. But don't talk about it unless you're ready to deliver.
That's
so
very true.
in my city, man, Humble Hustle.
It's a
What's
movement.
next for your movement and your brand? What is the next goal for you in moving your company forward?
My next movement right now, as we speak, it's Guns Down Milltown. You see that? You see it again? Guns Down Milltown. Guns Down Milltown.
No doubt.
You know, that's my
feel
focus right
you.
now, because I feel like Guns Down Milltown, it's in my city. And we got to stop this every day,
Yes.
man. We got to make small improvements every day.
It's gonna be better for families, for business,
Hey,
for
365
everything.
days a year, man.
Mhm.
You know,
I agree.
we're gonna work on this movement. You know, I stop everything I'm doing. We're gonna focus on this Guns Down Milltown movement. It is a positive movement. It is staying humble, keep hustling in my city 365 days a year. And you can find me on any platforms, on anything under Freddy B. It ain't me. And my official license email is freddyb@inmycity365. That's freddyb@inmycity365.com. And this is what's up right now, man. This
Right.
we gotta do this for our city.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? This is so much
That's
going
how
on.
I feel,
yeah.
bro. And I'm gonna make sure and post all the links to Freddy B's happenings in the comments after the video. So in case you missed some of that stuff, you want his email, I'll repost it. Make sure y'all share the video. I think what you're saying is so real, and that's the reason we started the Guns Down Milltown, because we had all these ideas of other things we want to do, and then at the table we really can't do those other things until we address what's going on in our community.
Yes.
How can we thrive as a community and business when our community is destroying itself?
And we gotta show them there is a way out.
There is.
A lot of this generation, they don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it only takes one individual, two turn into 3, 4, 5.
Most definitely.
You know,
I think the entrepreneurial lifestyle is definitely a way out, and I want to encourage a lot of young people to join the group, and you guys to share the video with the group. And as an organization, as a movement, we definitely are always working with young people. But that's a way out, you know, because a lot of people aren't hiring. There maybe not a whole lot of jobs. Maybe they don't have the work experience, but we've got some very creative people in our community and talented individuals left and right. And I think the entrepreneur lifestyle can be a launching platform for a lot of young people who want to do something else other than, you know, Fortnite and hanging out on, you know, their cell phones. So definitely, man, I encourage you guys who are watching to share the video. Freddy B, man, I want to thank you for stopping what you were doing to come holler at
What's
me,
up, my
an
brother?
entrepreneur for
What's
life.
up?
This group is going to get bigger. It's growing. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Lastly, I want to encourage everybody who's watching the video and everybody in the group to invite somebody who's not just an entrepreneur, but somebody who supports entrepreneurialism, someone who shops locally, and someone who keeps the dollar flowing within the local community. Because it's one thing to have a bunch of entrepreneurs in this group, but it's another to have entrepreneurs and those who support us in this group. So we're going to keep building this group, keep building these movements, stay humble, keep hustling.
in my
Put the
city,
guns down.
365, and Guns Down Milltown. Guns Down Milltown. Seriously.
Most done.
Love.
Thank y'all for watching Entrepreneur for Life. Peace.